Welcome to another episode of Breakfast with Dave. In today's episode, I'm gonna make a traditional Italian aperitivo, arancini di riso. The aperitivo is an Italian ritual. It's a late afternoon snack and a drink that people usually have before dinner. Food and drink bring people together, and sharing an aperitivo is a great way to catch up with friends. The classic Italian aperitivo can be anything from olives and nuts, tartine, to today's dish, the arancini di riso. It's a nice savory snack and it's usually accompanied with a spritz-aperol, a glass of vino or a beer. Arancini are little balls of rice covered in breadcrumbs and then fried. When it comes to the filling, there are many different variations depending on where in Italy you're from. It can be anything from meat filling like ragu or a mozzarella cheese. These little rice delights originated from the Isle of Sicily in the 10th century during the Arab occupation, and since then they've become part of the modern food Italian culture. The name arancini means oranges, and this is because when they're cooked they resemble a bunch of little pound oranges. With its increasing popularity, arancini is now a world-famous Sicilian street food. It even has its own celebration day. On the 13th of December, the day of Santa Lucia, the cities of Sicily hold a festival where they don't eat pasta or bread, but they feast on rice. And this has become known as the Arancini Day. Alright, all this talk of food has got me starving, so before we make a start on today's dish, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And now we can begin by doing some chopping and prepping for the stock. Okay, now it's time to make the rice. Olive oil goes in and then we can throw in the onions over medium heat until they turn translucent. You want the onion to be softened but not too colored. Mine were catching at the bottom, so I added a little bit of water to rejuice them and make them soft again. Once they start to turn translucent, we add in the rice, mix well and fry for another minute. Okay, now you can start to add your stock a little bit at a time. We need to wait until the broth is almost absorbed by the rice before you add some more. I've done this a couple of times, and when the last of the stock goes in, we sprinkle in the saffron and give it a good stir. Look at this color, I love it, it's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so now, once all the juices are soaked into the rice, we need to add a bit of butter and the grated Parmesan. Give it a good stir and season with salt and pepper. Once everything is combined, you can remove from the heat and give it a taste and adjust with salt and pepper if required. Now you can transfer the rice to another dish. I covered it with tin foil to prevent the air from coming in, and then you can pop it in the fridge to chill for an hour until it sets. While the rice is cooling, we can prepare the Arrabbiata sauce. We begin by frying our garlic and chili over medium heat for a couple of minutes. When the garlic becomes fragrant and the room is filled with this lovely smell, you know that the base is ready. Turn down the heat a little bit and it's time to pour in the tomatoes. Let the mixture simmer for 10 minutes, season with salt and pepper, and then remove from the heat and leave it to cool. For many years, arancini has been the subject of debate. Different cities of Sicily would dispute how arancini was not only formed, but how it was named. Catania refers to them as arancino, the male version, and a more cone shape, whereas Palermo refers to them as arancina, the female version and more round in shape. That being said, in my opinion, they're all the same. They can have different ingredients and maybe slightly different shapes, but they all taste incredible. Today I've decided to make arancina, the female version. So let's remove the rice from the fridge and let's get rolling. Now we begin by cracking an egg into a risotto and give it a good stir. The egg acts as a binder and will help the rice all together while we mold them around the filling. Now we wet our hands with a little water and we take about a tablespoon of rice. Using your palms and fingers, press the rice together so it molds into a ball. Make a little hole like this and pop in some mozzarella and prosciutto. Now close off the hole with a little more risotto. Then we can roll it between your palms to form a smooth ball, just like this one. We now roll in the flour, making sure that it's all covered. Then dip it in the beaten eggs, and then lastly coat it evenly in the breadcrumbs. Now the rice balls are ready, we need to preheat the oil over medium heat until it reaches a temperature of 150 degrees. Once your oil reaches temperature, carefully lower your arancini and let them fry for a couple of minutes. Be careful because this can be quite dangerous. Be sure to use a slotted spoon to move them around the oil every 30 seconds or so. Listen to this lovely sound, this is gonna be so good. We need to cook them until they appear golden brown like these do, and when they're ready, slowly lift them out of the oil and leave them to rest for a couple of minutes on the kitchen paper to absorb any excess oil. And here we have it, traditional arancini with arrabbiata sauce. For the best aperitivo feel, this beauty should be accompanied with a drink, more specific an alcoholic drink. Today I've got a nice glass of vino. They look so good. Let's give it a try. Ooh. Oh wow, the cheese is oozing out. Oh wow. First thing you get is the crunchiness of the breadcrumbs. It's beautiful. And then you get a layer of rice, nice and soft. And then inside you get the ooziness of the cheese and then the ham. You're gonna get a little bit of the arrabbiata sauce. Oh wow, this bite is packed. Shall we try? Oh wow. So juicy and sweet from the tomatoes. Oh wait, I'm getting like a warm kick from the chilies as well, and the garlic. It complements the arancini so well. It's beautiful. I think I should wash it down with a little bit of wine. These arancini are the ultimate aperitivo, I'm telling you. Mamma mia che buone. That mozzarella is so stringent. So good, really good, like really good. If you want to share these delights with your friends and family, you will find the recipe in the description down below. Subscribe to the channel for weekly recipes and like this video if you haven't already. Tag me on your posts and stories at Breakfast with Dave and let me know how you get on with your cooking. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now!